Most of us often wonder what it takes to live a good life and live it to the fullest. With the power of social media today, we hear stories of people who were said to have figured out how to make the most of life. Society may dictate that in order to achieve life happiness and satisfaction, we need to have more money, properties, accomplishments, and the list goes on. However, in this book by Mark Manson, we get to realize that this is really not the golden rule on how to be happy in life. Instead of aspiring to have more, we could actually benefit a lot from having the right amount of everything. So what does it really take to live a happy, fulfilled, and meaningful life? Here are the top 7 lessons from the book The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Lesson 1. Stop trying hard to be perfect all the time. Most people may believe that in order to attain happiness and satisfaction in life, they need to be perfect and do everything right. This is something which is too ideal and unrealistic. As much as we try, we can never be perfect all the time. There will always be room for mistakes, but this is okay. Some people feel so pressured to be the best employee or the most inspiring team leader that they fail to lose sight of the things that truly matter. And when they fail, which is possible, since again no one is perfect, they find it hard to accept defeat and feel bad about themselves. In the end, obsessing with perfection did not do them any good. So we need to stop trying hard to be perfect all the time. We just have to do our best and work around our strengths and limitations. Lesson 2. Focus on what truly matters. Although the title of the book may imply that we should not give an F about anything in the world, what Manson actually wants to point out is that we have to choose what we care about. We may be bombarded with a lot of issues and concerns every day, but it does not mean that we should entertain all of them. We may have to deal with annoying coworkers or neighbors, but are they worth our attention and energy? The key here is to only invest our time, thoughts, efforts, and even our emotions on things which are important. Lesson 3. Welcome failures. Failures are part of life. They say we could not appreciate the taste of sweet success if we were not able to experience failures and downfalls along the way. There's nothing wrong with committing mistakes. It does not define who we are as a person, so it should not bring us down. Rather, failures can provide an opportunity for us to learn and improve ourselves. Whenever we encounter stumbling blocks in our journey, we just have to face them, examine what we did wrong, and identify how we could come out of it as stronger and better individuals. Lesson 4. Redefine happiness. Most people define happiness as something which could only be experienced once they achieve something. I would be happy if I get a promotion, if I receive a salary increase, if I'm able to buy my own house. The list could go on. And perhaps one of the reasons why people are never able to attain happiness is because they define happiness this way. Manson suggests that maybe we need to redefine happiness. What does happiness really mean? Is happiness an end result, or can it be experienced during the process? Is our definition of happiness dictated by other people, or is it our own view about it? People have different definitions of happiness. We just need to find ours and work our way towards it. Lesson 5. Beware of the entitlement trap. Manson also warns us of the entitlement trap. This is when we believe that we need to feel good all the time, or the belief that we're superior over anybody else. Once we get stuck with these thought patterns, we find ourselves caught in the entitlement trap. The best thing to do is break ourselves free from this trap. We don't have to feel good all the time. It's okay to feel down and sad, so we shouldn't be hard on ourselves when we feel this way. We just have to acknowledge whatever emotion we feel, because it's by doing so that we can start moving on from that emotion. We also need to realize that there's always someone who would be better than us, so there's no point in comparing ourselves with others and succumbing to insecurities. Once we get rid of ourselves from this entitlement trap, the more that we could get to enjoy our lives. Lesson 6. Know your values. Another key towards not giving an F to things that don't matter is by knowing our values. Our values determine how we define different aspects of our lives and determine our attitude towards it. What do we really value? Do we value fame, reputation, career, or family? By knowing our values, what's important for us also becomes clearer, and it would be easier to focus on the things that matter and to not care about everything else in the periphery. Lesson 7. Acknowledge that life is short. Life is full of uncertainty. We do not even know if we're still going to wake up tomorrow, and if we will still have the chance to turn our dreams into a reality. Since this is the case, we shouldn't waste our time and energy on things that do not matter. We only have a limited number of F's to give in our lifetime, so might as well give them to what is truly important. When we accept the reality that life is short, we would be more driven to make the most of our life, do the things that we want, and just live free from unnecessary stress and unnecessary F's in the world. In conclusion, this book offers tips on how to be practical and realistic with our lives. In a way, it tells us that life shouldn't be too complicated, and if we just know our goals, values, and what's truly important for us. Each of us is different, and so we're guided by different principles, so we shouldn't really be so concerned with how others are living their lives, because we have our own lives to live and enjoy. Thank you for listening. If you like the book summary and you want to see more in this category, Please like and subscribe so I can create more. You can also get a free copy of the entire audiobook by clicking the link in the description. Until next time.